two of our commitments, that payment is made on time and the amount paid by KCC should be 50 shillings per litre. Yeah. I am told the 50 shillings has been implemented, but some of the cooperatives are taking maybe 2, 3, up to 5 shillings. We need to engage so that our instructions are that the 50 shillings should go to the farmer. So we need to sort out. Correct. Yeah. And the tranche that was released to KCC, the last tranche was about 600 million. That was like when? The other week. Okay. Somebody should follow up whether by 10th, which is today, all the farmers should have been paid, as I was briefed by the ministry. So somebody should follow up maybe what is replying up to.
Yes, Your Excellency, other than the mopping up of excess milk, in the supplementary appropriation number 2 is the El Nino disaster relief assistance, Your Excellency, and also pending bills.
Yes.
The second bill, Your Excellency, is that...
And that includes the resources that we have released for the Ministry of Interior to support all the families with the commitment we made. Cabinet, we made a decision in Cabinet that 10,000 shillings, no Kenyan should be parked in rain or they should be supported to find alternative accommodation. It's paid there. It's paid? Yeah, we already provided for it. Okay. Okay. So what is there?
Your Excellency, the second bill is a division of revenue bill. This is a bill that has gone through a mediation process between the two houses. It will be recalled that the National Assembly had initially proposed an allocation of 491 billion to the county governments. The Senate proposed 400. The National Assembly had proposed 391 billion. The Senate had proposed 415 billion, Your Excellency. Thereafter, after mediation, the mediation committee was led by the member for Kiharu and the chairman of Budget and Appropriations Committee, together with the senator for Meru, the Honorable Kadhuri Murungi. They, after a lot of consultations, a lot of concessions, Your Excellency, they agreed to give our 47 county governments an amount of 400.1 billion with respect to the financial year 2024-2025.
Up from 300?
This figure, Your Excellency, represents about 25.5% of the last audited accounts for the national government, up 10 points from what is the minimum threshold of 15% set by the Constitution. Your Excellency, this figure also represents an additional 15 billion going to the counties compared to the amount that has gone to the counties in the current financial year, which is ending in the next 2 weeks.
And actually, Your Excellency, the figure is actually higher than the figure recommended by CRA out of the support of the Commission. And there is other resources also in terms of conditional grants. Okay. In a separate bill of 45 billion.
Okay. Your Excellency,
so we have not only met the requirement, the constitutional requirement of 15%, we are at 25.
25%, Your Excellency.
And it is also an increment in terms of absolute numbers from last year by 15 billion.
From 385 billion
to 400.
Yes.
400 billion.
About 15 billion, Your Excellency.
Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Excellency.
Okay.
It is also expected that the county will get additional funds under the County Additional of Revenue Allocation Bill, which is also going through the Houses of Parliament. There is also an amount of 7.8 billion, Your Excellency, which has been authorized by way of this bill for purposes of the Equalization Fund.
Okay.
It is hoped that this money will be spent to assist our marginalized areas with respect to electricity, water, and other sectors, so as to continually bring the marginalized areas at par with the rest of the areas, Your Excellency.
This is the 14 counties that are. Huh?
Nowadays they are more because they are pockets.
Okay.
So in overall there are 6 counties.
That's 6 counties.
Yes. And on top of that, Your Excellency, there is approximately 3.5 billion for the previous arrears of the semi-utilization fund,
Which we are now
facing out.
Okay.
Your Excellency, now the
This is because for almost, I think, 8 years, there was a standoff. And now, so we are now paying the arrears and also for the current.
Your Excellency, your assent to the Division of Revenue Bill 2024 now pave way the National Assembly to conclude its passage of the Appropriation Bill 2024, which is awaiting publication, and also the Senate to conclude its passage of the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, so as to allocate the 400.1 billion horizontally amongst our 47 county governments.
That will be done by the Senate.
The Senate, Your Excellency, will do that and then send that bill to the National Assembly, Your Excellency. May I also request Your Excellency to also...
It will still come back to the National Assembly?
Yes, under the Constitution, yes.
Okay.
May I also request Your Excellency to now sign off the Treasury warrants so as to authorize the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury to make necessary withdrawals with respect to the Supplementary Appropriation number 2 bill. These Treasury warrants, Your Excellency, have been prepared by the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury together with the Attorney General as required under the PFM Act. You can see, Your Excellency, from the Treasury warrants, there is a reduction of expenditures as indicated.
That was what I was checking.
Your Excellency, there is a drop in CFS owing to the favorable interest rates and activity.
Okay. I also wanted to check, and I see it here, on our environment issues. And I have seen there is some money to the State Department for Forestry because of our, you can see the Attorney General here is geared to go tree planting. And,
Your Excellency, I seek your leave to end there today.
Your Excellency, in concluding our day's ceremony, I most graciously request that Your Excellency hands over a copy of the two acts to the Attorney General for publication into law, the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury and Economic Planning for implementation, and a ceremonial copy to the Deputy President. Sir, as a mark of convergence of legislative vision and executive stewardship, you may also hand a copy to the Speaker of the National Assembly and all the honored guests for ceremonial display. Your Excellency will open and display a ceremonial copy of the Act, while all the other members display an encased closed copy of the Act. I'll do a photo. I thank you, Your Excellency.